Radio. Shout it.
Hot 107.9, it's your boy B Hot Radio Shouty and stepping in the building, man. I got one of my favorite groups in this thing. Do or die. What's good with it, fam?
What's happening, church?
And man.
Feeling good, feeling great. Now, I mean, fellas, I just had to just come and catch y'all boys and, kick some flavor with y'all because me personally, I am a big fan myself, all the way back from Po Pimping up until now, man. So, I mean, can y'all just speak to the fans and let them know what y'all got going on now and how everything been going, man?
Man, we got the new album that we just dropped, 420, called The Pass Out.
Okay.
So we've been working on that. You know what I mean? We shooting videos and, trying to get that done. We're doing a documentary. We're working on that. You know what I mean? Like just constantly, constantly putting content out there and doing music, man. So we got a lot going on.
I can definitely dig that. Now, I mean, fellas, take me back to day one, man. When y'all boys was jumping off the porch with it, do or die, Po Pimping, what was that experience like for y'all, man?
Man, it was totally a different experience, you know what I'm saying, not having social media at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we had to get it from the mud for real. You know what I'm saying? We had to get it from the mud for real.
Yes,
so,
sir.
it was word of mouth and things of that nature and getting to the people the best way you could.
Yeah.
And then man, once we put our grind in, everything else worked for itself.
When that Po Pimping hit though, man, I mean, what was that like for y'all when that song went national and really tore up some things though? And how the hell did y'all even come up with the flavor to even kick on that song?
It was crazy because like we just loved music and like we love old school hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Or old school music in general.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because our moms listen to certain types of music, so we listen to it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like heard the old school joint, like I felt like let's rock to it, you know what I'm saying? So we rocked to it. We already had crazy flow, so we was already doing that, put it together. And then when it kind of like hit, we didn't believe it because we love music so much, like we was just doing music. So we wasn't thinking about, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't really realize, I think we gonna roll for almost damn near a year. And then it was like, they were like, man, y'all went gold. We like, huh? We like we didn't even know, man. So it was an amazing experience, bro.
I mean, how long had y'all been doing the music before y'all hit though?
Man, like probably 10 years before it hit.
10 years?
10 years before it hit. Remember, wasn't no social media.
Yeah. No, I feel that. So, okay, talk to me about the relief then, because see, from what I understand, y'all released the song independently before y'all got on Rap A Lot.
Right.
Yeah.
We definitely released it before we got on Rap A Lot, and it began. We had so much of a buzz in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It began to take its own. It's going to take its own life in the street. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, okay, this music's taking its own course in the streets.
Exactly. When y'all boys linked up, say what now?
So Rap A Lot, Rap A Lot, we was going back and forth to Rap A Lot since 94 and 95.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So as time went on, it was like, all right, this not the right time because we don't got the hit. So we went down there twice, but the next time they had to come to Chicago looking for us.
Yeah. What was going through y'all mind when Jay Prince touched down and said it was time?
Man, million of things because, he could say something, and the power that he has, he could say something to change your life in that instant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with the power that he have, it was just like, man, Jay Prince is really cutting for us. And then you got to think about it. He had all of the legendary group Ghetto Boys, and then you had Scarface, then you had Big Mike, then you had Devin the Dude, UGK. You know what I'm saying? So just thinking, we going over to this historic Rap A Lot. You know what I'm saying? Rap A Lot company, and we're a part of it.
So when y'all touched down, or y'all boys came hitting hard because, I mean, y'all followed up that Po Pimping with that player like me and you. So, I mean, let's talk about that player stuff, man. I mean, what was it that made y'all at that time say, you know what, we're going to keep it player on this music?
You know what? we come from that era, and we come from that. Like
Yeah.
Chicago, you know what I'm saying? You got gangsters, pimps, and hustlers. You know what I'm saying? So we come from that era. You know what I mean? Being at that, if cats was involved in it or knew people that was involved in it, we come from that era. So, you know what I mean? Like it trickled down to us. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like this is our lifestyle. This is Chicago lifestyle. So we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about being in the industry at that time when there was so much music out there, but everybody was hitting hard as hell. What was the competition like, and how did y'all feel being in that environment?
Man, you know what's crazy about the competition at the time? We was in a comfort zone because we was doing what we love to do.
Yeah.
But the competition was like Tupac and Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The competition was Tupac and Biggie. Like
that's when that war was going on.
Yeah, and the war was going on with Tupac and Biggie, and then you know we come through cutting through with Po Pimp and Smoke and Ride. It's like this a whole different type of music that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? So we grabbed the attention of millions and millions of people while Tupac and Biggie, you know, the Tupac and Biggie thing going on.
Let me add to that. You got to think about it. The whole West Coast and East Coast movement, like it was going on, so it was big. It was Tupac Biggie, but it was an East Coast West Coast thing, rivalry going on. Like you talking about two different genres, two different states, two different, you know what I'm saying? And we came through the cracks because we had our own sound.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Which made us leaders, not followers. And to this day, if you listen to a lot of cats, they all doing that. Like we kicked off that mixing that flavor with that R&B, that old school with that rapid flow. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So, you know what I mean? That was actually some Midwest shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I curse now, excuse me.
Are you good?
But, all right, so that was, you know what I'm saying? That was some Midwest shit. So we kicked that off. And to do that when Big and Pop was at the heights of career, mind you, we hit Billboard, I think at number, I think we was like number 50-something or 60-something. Then we shot up to number 1.
Crazy.
That's Billboard.
Billboard. Wasn't no social media, no internet. So if they knew you in Mississippi, you had to been and went to Mississippi. If they knew you in Texas, you had to go to Texas. If they knew you in New York, you had to go to vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Or West Coast. You know what I'm saying? We had to travel to get known. Now it's a click of a button. Everybody love you. You know what I mean? So that experience was amazing, bro. It's a roller coaster that I think we still on today.
The video for Po Pimping, man. I mean, talk about shooting that thing, because it looked like y'all boys had a lot of fun shooting that video. Talk to me.
Yeah, we definitely had a lot of fun. You know, you think about it, man. I mean, we had all of the real pimps in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of the real pimps in the video. You know what I'm saying? And it made sense because it was Chicago. We gave them Chicago. We gave them what, you know what I'm saying, what they couldn't see because they wasn't here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then to make that video, when it spread it worldwide, all we heard going around the world was, man, I just brought a Cadillac.
Yeah. Come on. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What was it like putting it down for Chicago at that time, though, man? Because I mean, it wasn't a lot of folks coming out of there at that time. So I mean, what was it like putting the city on the map like that?
You know what? I think that, how can I say that? I don't think we looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I think we looked at it like, man, we just love music. You know what I'm saying? We love hip hop. You know what I mean? I don't think we looked at it like, okay, let's put Chicago on. I think we looked at it like, we just love the artistry of music. We love that. And what that instilled, it was that we was able to help others in Chicago and help others, you know, create a lane so that others can, you know what I'm saying, can come through. But our love for music was just that. Our love for hip hop was just that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know how sometimes you just, you know, you like, well, I'm doing this for the whole. It's like speaking. When you speak it, you're like, man, I'm speaking for the whole. And somebody might take it personal. You might be speaking in general, and somebody took that personal. I think with us, we were like, man, we just love music, so we just gonna do music. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And the blessings from that became, you know, Chicago benefit from.
Yeah.
Benefit.
Now, I want to say this on the other side of that too. You know, on a personal story, it was a guy. We was in Georgia's music room. It was one of the biggest record record places you can go and buy music from. So it was a guy like, man, that hip hop is not in Chicago. So happened that same guy was standing in the same place he said that at, and we hit and brought hip hop to Chicago. So it was that experience too.
Talk to me about the studio sessions, though, man. I mean, you got Twista and Johnny P coming in there jamming with y'all as well. I mean, what was the vibes like with all of y'all creative brothers going in there and on 10 with it?
That's a whole different animal,
man.
That's a whole different. I mean, Johnny, we all are fans of Johnny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Johnny, we are a fan of Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy, childhood. He's a childhood star to us. Yeah. He came from the bottom to the top with Luther Vandross and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Some heavyweights.
Yeah.
So bringing Johnny in, then Twista had his career way before. So, that was, you know what I'm saying? So to bring all that up under one roof and knowing everybody was gifted, oh, man. That,
and then it makes it personal because we all knew each other and we all family. We all from the West side. So that chemistry was just there from day one, really.
I feel that. I mean, another banger, though, that Paper Chase, fellas. I mean, getting in that thing and harmonizing and jamming. I mean, tell me about that joint right there.
Man, we was down in Houston.
Oh.
And Mike Dean played the beat, right? So we listening to the beat like, man, what we gonna do on this? Next thing you know, we sing Paper Chase. I'm on that motherfucking Paper Chase. I'm like, yeah, this shit gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like one for chasing paper like an entrepreneur. Had dream about under the border store. Want G's in my house from the head floor. Nigga want G's, but nigga want more. Focus on the good shit, so the good shit, nigga forget about the bad bitch. That's where your money make a mad switch. I'm going for everything I never had, cause I never had shit. You dig?
Boy, you ain't never lied. So now tell me about the vibe recording in Texas versus being in Chicago with it, though.
To me, in my personal opinion, I don't think it was no difference. And and the reason why I say that is because I can remember just us for the love of the game, for the love of the artistry, just countless hours. We come from a crib, everybody in one crib, everybody ciphering, everybody rapping, everybody doing their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doing their thing. So, or being locked up in the studio in Houston, or being locked up in the studio in Chicago with Traxter. You know what I'm saying? So, like we was always like in that moment. Like once you get in that studio, once you get in that lab, you in that moment. Sometimes you in that motherfucker with 2-3 hours. Sometimes you in there for 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But you doing you doing you. I mean, nowadays, it's seconds. But man, we was in that boy, man. So and we learning from each other. We learning some Southern swag, and we learning some, you know what I mean? And then Southern swag, they learning some Midwest swag. So cohesively, they both went together.
Now, legendary Traxter, that boy was hardcore on them tracks, man. So, I mean, talk about having a producer on y'all team that could really produce and give y'all what y'all need so you can have that do or die sound that was going to be timeless.
Trax was one of those guys that he studied. You know what I'm saying? He studied music from the bottom to the top. Yeah. And when he did music, the way he did it was let me just put it like this. It filled up the room. Every time he did a beat, it filled up the room. You knew what you was gonna come with the next time you got on that beat. When you came back to the studio, you knew what you was gonna already write. You knew the verse you was gonna already put down. You feel?
Yes, sir.
So his track was just unbelievable, man. He had a sound that'll make you be like, man, I already know what to say to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his sound was big, man. I mean,
So now, coming out of that picture, it's time for Heads or Tails. What was y'all mindset going into that second album, and how much pressure did y'all feel coming out of that first album that had already went crazy?
We was on a road for 1 year and 6 months.
Right.
With Picture This.
Yeah.
So once we got off the road, it was just all grind.
It was work mode.
And once we jumped into the studio, it was like doing it with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you had the energy and you had the confidence already off of the first album. So you know, and you know what they say about Sophomore album. If you don't pull it off from Sophomore album, then you just did in the music industry.
Yeah.
And you know, that was said to us after we made Heads or Tails. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And man, once Heads or Tails, bro, I think once it was put out the third week. No, yeah, the third week it went gold.
Again,
My God.
we found out. We found out Picture This had went platinum.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So now, talk about that year on the road in between them albums. What was that like being some young guys out of Chicago? Now you're on the road with hit singles and these folks showing you all that love. What was that transition like going from being regular folks in the hood to being all good?
It was crazy because, again, like it was just like you enjoyed it. This is what you did. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, that's cool, but we was used to the stage because, you know, we came from a different era.
Yeah.
You know, we came from the street, we came from dancing, so we was always in front of people. We was always in front of a big stage even before our time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got in front of that big stage, it was like, our attitude was always kill mode, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because amongst ourselves, it was friendly competition, but it was like, who better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who gonna come out on top? So the feeling when you got on that stage, it was like, man, I'm just kill mode. The excitement was at the end when we stopped or slowed down, we're not on stage or we're not on tour, nothing that. Then the reality set in your head, like, wait a minute, did this motherfucker just cry when I was performing and shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy. The after effect of that was crazy. But as you doing it, I don't think you too much think about it.
But I think the other part to that too, just to add on, I think the other part of it is that when you see the lineup, you see Outkast, you see Snoop, you see Dog Pound, you see, you know what I'm saying? Right. That part right there let you know, like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And then it was crazy. One time we did a show, I forgot where we was at, but when we flew into Houston, and guess who was opening up for us? And we was like, who opening up for us? Jay-Z was actually opening up for us. Jay-Z and Drew Hill. We was in Houston.
I think what's at the Astrodome?
So, you know, to see those people in your lineup and to be a part of that, man, it was just great to see those people in the lineup, man.
What goes through your mind when you reminisce on those times and you saw a lot of those artists early on in their career and to see what they went on to become later on, man?
Wow. Really, I'm glad that there's a lot of people. Yeah, I'm glad a lot of people made it successfully, especially in hip hop, man. You know, you have your ups and downs, but you really have majority of the downs because nobody really tells you how to take care of yourself financially and in the financial literacy world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you get all this money and then you throw it in the air and then you have to come back and try to figure out how to maneuver and move and put yourself in a better position. For those who made the success and move forward, man, congratulations, goddamn it, because this shit can get hard.
And it also gives you hope because too, if you was a part of that era, then you saying yourself, hey man, I was once there, I know I can get back. I mean, so.
But I'm gonna say this to y'all boys, but y'all got to understand is that y'all made timeless music. And see, that timeless music lasts forever. So it's really just a promoter call away before the party gets started. And I'm pretty sure after this conversation right here, you're going to get a lot of them. Because at the end of the day, what I didn't realize with this digital age, what makes it so sweet is that a lot of times people are looking for y'all and they can't find y'all. So
man, tell me about it, bro.
So it takes folks such as myself to open up the platform and say, hey, here they is right here. Go ahead and handle your business and do what you need to do with it. Now, I mean, also, working with a young Kanye, man, what was that like working with that guy?
That was crazy.
Kanye, actually, the funny part about it, my brother lived in an area where Kanye lived at.
Yeah.
So GLC, one of Kanye's best friends, used to always go to the same mall my brother went to. Yeah. They bumped up and he took my brother around the corner, Nard from Do or Die. He a part, you know.
Yeah.
And he took him around the corner to Kanye's spot. Next thing you know, Kanye and they're making music. And they bring us over there. Kanye play a couple of tracks. We listening. And he didn't, you know, he wasn't big at that time, but he was with The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had produced music for a lot of people, for Chicago, for Scarface at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had a nice catalog, but they still wasn't accepting them. Like they wouldn't even play him on GCI, none of that. You know what I mean? Then we, you know what I mean, we linked up with them, you know what I'm saying? And through that, it was like, okay, you know, it was like kind of like a stamp, a Chicago stamp.
Yeah.
In terms of, okay, now you solidified, you know what I'm saying? You're going up to GCI, like, man, play our boy, like play Kanye, you know what I'm saying? What y'all doing? Because they wouldn't play Do the Wire for shit. You know what I'm saying? There had to be politics, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm proud of what he's doing, you know, and yeah, and he became one of the billionaires, you know what I'm saying, of the game right now. And yeah, well over 2-3 billion right now. A lot of people don't know that.
No, that's crazy right there. That's crazy. Yeah. Talk to me about that Chicago love, though, man. Y'all working together like that, though, because in a lot of cities, you can't get folks to come together. But one thing about Do or Die, we'll see y'all with Twista, we'll see y'all with Kanye, and just really keeping it home team like that. So what was that like with the camaraderie?
Well, it was all about the respect of what we did for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like we opened some doors. What they, you know, it was house music here, should I say? You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear hip hop, so we opened some doors as well as with Crucial Conflict. You know what I'm saying? So opening those doors, every time someone got on, they knew, man, Do or Die. And it wasn't just that. It was like even in Atlanta, even in Texas and everywhere, you know, our name is big. It was flowing through because of the music that we put out. And like you say, it was time. So the people was respecting the music itself to the point where it was like, man, you got to do something with Do or Die. Because guess what's going to happen when they do an interview? So what's up with Do or Die? That's what they gonna do. To this day, they do it to Chief Keef now. So do y'all know what's up with Do or Die? Woo, they like, oh, okay, that you got to go back to it. It speaks for itself.
I remember going to the mall in Atlanta. And they shut the damn mall down. When we was walking through the mall, it looked like that scene on the Jackson 5, the movie, when we run through the mall. I remember that. And I remember we had the #1 single in the country. And I remember running through the damn mall, trying to get up out the mall. They had to shut the mall down. It was crazy.
What is that feeling like, though, fellas, having a #1 single in the country? Because a lot of artists, there have been a lot of rappers, but a lot of folks have not experienced that feeling, man. So what was that like for y'all? Being #1?
Man, to be #1 is to say that you accomplished something that many would never, you know, many would try but never succeed. And to do that, man, that just lets you know that it's more than you being an artist. That means that in some form of fashion, God got his hand in it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Some form of fashion, God got his hands in it.
Those are facts. Now, I mean, on their heads or tails, one of my other favorites is that little something, man.
Man.
Talk about that banger right there, fellas.
You did. Man, that joint, Tractor was making the beat.
Yeah.
And having to walk in and be like, man, what's that, Joe? He's like, man, that's somebody, you know, and let's get that. You're like, man, if y'all smash, y'all can have it. Say less. The rest was history with that. So.
And all you heard with that kick off. I'm a professional, pimping like rational, worldwide, but it's national. You better ask them, ask them clothes. Who that smoker be talking about she fast to go and blow like Curtis? You dig?
I'm bad. In the face, did I do that? Hey, that song was crazy, though, because that mic check really was a mic check.
Exactly. I already know. Now, I mean, Just Ballin'. That was on that heads and tails too now.
That's what I'm doing, just the ball, trying to keep me a straight stack and never fall in, caddy of the legs, trying to get the next plateau, flex with the road, drop it till they go. I supposed to be the dodge mofo, got a pimp episode, so I pimp some more. Hold on for a minute, let me call my, you know, you did.
Putting that back together too, man. What was happening?
That was one of those songs that we was in Houston at the time doing, and you know, as once again we went back to the roots of of the music. It was a house beat that we changed over into rap.
I can remember that song because I remember I was a little sick that day, and I didn't come till later on.
Yeah.
And then, Kay had the hook already, and when I came, I was like, "Kay, you did this for somebody else?" I don't know if you remember this. I was like, "You made this for somebody else?" You're like, "No, like we gonna do this shit." I put it up then, you know what I'm saying? And the shit was crazy because he had already had his verse with it, you know what I'm saying? And then I had laid a verse to it. The shit was crazy, but it was a eye catcher, an ear catcher, so to speak. Because you gotta keep in mind back then, people wasn't doing that style or that flow, so it really wasn't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Few Midwest cats, but cats wasn't doing that flow like that. So that was a unique ass.
How do y'all feel when y'all hear folks sounding like y'all sounded then now?
Thank you.
Good.
Talk to me.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like you letting us know that what we're doing and what we have done speaks for itself.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like a lot of it's so real that a lot of people speak on our name, like 2 Chainz, 21 Savage. Like a lot of these guys speak on our name when they saying, when they saying a flow rap like that.
Yeah.
So it just lets you know that you have, reached out and touched a lot of people in the game.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was jamming down here real hard to subdue or die in this thing at that time. And like you said, well, like I was saying earlier, it was so much music coming out at that time, you had too much to pick from. So for you to be able to get your music to the top of the levels at that time, that makes you the best of the best because, like you said, you got Outkast, Snoop Dogg, Dogg Pound, Goody Mob, AZ, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, all this going on at the same time.
What's up?
And you got to remember, you wasn't just competing against hip hop because they didn't even want to let hip hop in. Still, even during that time, you still was competing against R&B, rock, contemporary jazz, all that. Now, hip hop is its own genre, so to speak. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you was competing against all that, so that really wasn't even a category back then.
That's crazy.
They was just really accepting it. You know what I'm saying? So we was competing against all of it. That's why when you look at Billboard, it was all that other shit on there. Yeah. Now, hip hop had a whole category of its own, but back then it wasn't that. We was competing against rock, reggae, all, you know what I'm saying, music.
Now, what was it like being around during the time of the East Coast, West Coast beef with Tupac and Biggie going crazy and then just trying to maneuver in the industry during that time?
When all that was going on, you know what I'm saying, we was new to the game. So by us being new to the game, we had to keep our ears to the streets and find an understanding of why it was going on. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we was on the outside looking in at the Tupac and the Biggies and things of that nature, because we looked up to them because they came before us. You know what I'm saying? We fans of their music, so we wondering why all of this going on. And as time go on, it began to come down to this. It didn't make sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because if we just think about it like this, if we had Tupac and Biggie here today, how hip hop would be.
Yeah. Crazy.
It would be crazy, right?
Yes, sir.
And there'd be a lot of people wouldn't be on.
Talk about it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But you know, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than, you know what I mean? So they had to dumb it down.
Yeah.
Because you got 1 minute, you got a whole race poor. Next thing you know, I can wake up tomorrow and become a millionaire. Then I got 10 more people that look just like me become millionaires. That's a problem.
Yeah.
We got to dumb it down. We got to dumb the music down. You know what I mean? We got to dumb this down. I don't want 10 millionaires living on my block.
Especially if they come from the hood.
You come, man. Say no.
What was that like for y'all though, man, when you started seeing that money coming in? I mean, did it affect y'all egos in any way? Were y'all able to keep it cool or what?
You gonna change, you get a lot of money.
You got to look at it like, for me, I speak, you got to look at it like this. Like, I mean, just I think the fame more so may have did it, but like a cat hustling and shit, cause niggas doing more than rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so hustling, to get money from hustling and just getting money. So you warp into that. You warp into that. Like, for me, I thought money shit just fell off trees. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? Once I started getting it, because it was consistent. Like, that shit didn't stop like that. You know what I'm saying? May have slowed up here or there, but it was always a pipeline. You know what I mean? So niggas was getting money because niggas were hustling and doing that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't tripping on that. I think the change for me came in when I'm like, damn, I can go over here to fucking Atlanta and these niggas can sing my shit. Or I can go over here to New Orleans and I can go over here to, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? But as far as niggas bought cars, niggas had money, niggas had jewelry, niggas had all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But legally, but niggas had. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in my opinion, like when the other shit added on, man, yeah, you're gonna walk a different way because you have to. Now you're in the limelight. It ain't just my nigga on the block know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now everybody looking at me because now people looking at you, you're a target too.
Yeah.
Oh, you might got $20 million. So it's all types of shit. Niggas saying you changed, niggas saying this, niggas saying. People's perspective of you change. It don't be that you change. People's perspective of you change, so you got to change with it. Or else you
like being on the west side of Chicago with it though too, man. Because I mean, it's been real in Chicago the whole damn time. So coming back to the hometown with all of this money and this newfound fame, I mean, how did the environment change for y'all? Or how did the home team accept y'all and embrace y'all?
They embraced. We was embraced from the get go.
Okay.
Like anybody who's who of anybody in Chicago West Side. Yeah, we was embraced them. You know what I'm saying? So it just fell in place. It was like, man, them the guys. They made it out of the streets, and we gave them the opportunity to look at us as, okay, if they can pull it off and become legal, then we need to go the same route.
That's right.
So it was a lot of people coming up out of the streets, you know, seeing us doing something totally different than just being in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now, what were some of the jewels and the nuggets that y'all picked up along the way that y'all could have passed down to the next generation trying to do the same thing, man?
One of the things I could say is I think that obviously in terms of doing this music business, you know, have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn the business. That's one of the things. Learn the business, be humble. You know what I mean? And not into lunacy. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of that going on. Like cats trying to live a life that they know they ain't about.
Yeah.
And they shit. No, live your life, man. You know what I mean? Because you only get one of them. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to invest. You know what I mean? You want to invest so that 20 years from now, you know, you got some solid to stand on. So, you know, just learning the business and being humble and being, you know, thankful, appreciate the artistry, and not fall off into their craziness, man. And I think they'll survive.
So now,
No, I say this too. Generational wealth. Don't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. Don't just think about you. Think about the when you leave from here, how you can advance your kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now with that. Now talk to me about this though, fellas. After y'all get off the roller coaster, what is that transition like?
Man, you know what? It's still a roller coaster. It's still a roller coaster, man. You know what? I mean, you said it in the beginning. You couldn't have said it no better, man. Timeless music it's something that's gonna always be going on.
Yeah.
Something that's gonna transpire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we did a show mean, not a show, but we did a show. We did a show for Dwayne Wade, was surprising him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
after Mike Epps, he called. You know what I'm saying? So these, the people that we rotating with, it's like, man, it never stops. Somebody is always calling for us to do something, man. And the roller coaster just keep going, man.
Yeah, the football cat played for the Eagles. Who was the quarterback?
Yeah,
Donovan McNabb.
Donovan McNabb. Yeah, he called.
Like, so just doing stuff like that. Like, I think the high stop when the love for the artistry goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So when you don't love it anymore, I think that's when it stops. But as long as you can love it, I think the high fell will be there. Because we had the love for it before the high. Cats getting in it because it's a fad. It's like, this is the end thing to do. But before it was all that, we had a love for it. Like Michael Jordan had a love for the game of basketball. We got a love for the art of it.
And that comes through in the music, though. You see what I'm saying? You hear the love that the artists have for the music and the kind of music that they make because it's polished and it's jamming and it's saying something and it's moving the culture forward at the same time. So, I mean, for y'all, when it came to making them songs, I mean, how much effort were y'all putting into each one of them songs? I mean, was it one of those things to where you were like, okay, I'm going into the studio and I'm about to make a hit today, or was this just a natural flow that y'all had?
It was natural. Everything came natural. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go in thinking hit, then you don't get a hit, then it mess with your confidence too. You know what I'm saying? So if you go in just doing you and a hit come, cool. If it don't, try the next day. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was all about just doing you. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig that. Lastly, how can these folks contact y'all? And is there anything that y'all want to get off y'all chair?
Man,
Do It Die Nation. Log on Do It Die Nation. You're gonna find everything that you need to find out about Do or Die. Like, well, again, we got the Pass Out coming out. The Pass Out is out. It dropped for 20, so they can go through DistroKid,
all platforms.
You know what I mean? And we got the Storm album coming out next. You know what I mean? So right behind it. So it's gonna be crazy again. Us and Twista got a project coming out.
Oh, shit. See, hold up now. Y'all done got the team back together. What the hell is this about, fellas? And did y'all get the legendary Trackster out of there, too, to come in there and jam with y'all as well?
Well, we on the phone with them back and forth.
Yeah, we on the phone. We gonna put them in.
Yeah.
Okay. So now have y'all already started recording that project or what?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We deep in.
Is it hard as hell or what?
It's hard.
It's that number.
Yeah.
It's that number.
Yeah. I can dig that, man. Well, fellas, I appreciate y'all taking the time to chop it up with me, man. I wish y'all nothing but the best and much success. Be High Radio Shout is Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.
Hey, bro.
Yes, sir.
Check this out. They do or I just want to say it. Do or Die Nation. That's Facebook, right. Instagram. They can go to that if they want to book us.
I can definitely dig that, man. Appreciate y'all again for taking the time. Get in here.
We don't just stand there. We're going to give a show. Y'all book us. Did it?
Right. Damn right. Y'all take it easy, man, and thank y'all again. And when y'all come down here to the A, make sure y'all holler at a player.
You already know, Church.
Yes, sir. Holla.